Hey folks, today we're going to be talking about coolers. More specifically, we're going to be doing sort of a cooler review. I'm going to be talking about this guy, and I'm also going to give you guys some tips and tricks for how to keep your food cool while you're out camping and while you're out on a road trip. Okay, first off, let's start off with this cooler. So the main reason why I picked this is really simply because it's got wheels. Uh, I've hauled this guy all across the United States, and I've had to haul him in and out of hotels, up and down stairs. And if I had picked something higher end that doesn't have wheels, I would have broken my back within the first 3 days. Um, Another bonus is this thing has a plug. I honestly have looked online, and I'm sure people will point out there's plenty of coolers out there with plugs. This one has the wheels and the plug. That's really just that simple. The other cool thing about this cooler is it does keep ice for about 4 to 5 days. And I mean it keeps ice for 4 to 5 days. Just during the heat wave, I meant to empty out the ice from this thing, and I forgot, and it was sitting in the back of my car for about 5 days in 90-degree weather, and the ice was still there. So it really does keep cold that long. So my first tip for you guys is going to be topping off ice. If you're staying in a hotel, just go to the ice machine and top off your ice as much as you can with your cooler. It'll really help in the long run. It's free. The last thing you want to be doing is buying bags of ice. It's literally frozen water. So just top off your ice at the ice machine. Unless it's got a sign that says don't fill your cooler, in which case just take a bucket, which would be pretty much standard for if you're staying in the hotel room anyways. So just do that. The other tip I got for you guys is to make your ice in advance. I've got 4 ice trays in my freezer, and I just use those guys to fill up buckets of ice make ice, like little tiny Tupperware containers filled with ice beforehand, just to put in my cooler. Also, when it comes to filling up your cooler, that's what you want to be doing. You want your cooler packed as tight as you can. Everything in there should be cold. So what you want to be doing is taking any drinks you might be bringing along with the trip, throw them in the fridge, get those nice and cold before you put them into the cooler. Because otherwise if you put in warm drinks or something that's going to be like room temperature, it's just going to bring the temp in the cooler down. So make sure you're keeping this guy packed with drinks and anything else you'll be needing on your trip. Make sure everything is as cold as you can get it without like freezing. But yeah, make sure you're keeping this pack tight. The other product I'm going to be talking about today is going to be this ice pack that I found. I found a pack of 4 of these guys on Amazon. This guy's still wet because I just pulled him out of the freezer because we're going on a trip soon. But yeah, this thing is fantastic. We got a 4-pack of these guys, and we just put them on each side of the cooler, and it really keeps the thing cold. Like, honestly, get some ice packs so that way you're not having as much water in your cooler. Pretty much anything that's an ice pack will really help with your trip. My other tip for you guys is going to be that you're going to want to keep all your containers in your cooler watertight. The last thing you want is pasta salad with water in it, and it's just a terrible time. So make sure, all your containers are watertight. The next one isn't a tip so much as it's just for your information. If you're going between rapid changes in elevation, like say you're in the Rockies, airtight containers like bags of chips are going to like puff up. So much so that if it's like a bag of chips, it will like pop. So I know some people from like out west, they know this, but for people like in the Midwest that don't have a lot of elevation changes at home, like this is not common knowledge. This actually happened to us with like a thing of lunch meat in our cooler. Basically, we came down into like Jackson Hole after going over some pretty high Rockies, and our lunch meat container was just completely puffed up. So it's normal. Don't freak out. One other tip I got for you guys is you're going to want to bring some like small soft-sided cooler or a smaller cooler to try and like keep your drinks cold and stuff like that. This is really great like when you're on like a road trip and you don't necessarily are able to like reach back and get into your bigger cooler. So like having a little smaller cooler right by like a passenger side or behind you is a great option. Another great bonus to having a smaller soft-sided cooler would be that if you're going to a place where you don't want to be bringing your giant cooler, so maybe say you're going out for like a little picnic or something like that and you're leaving the hotel room, having a small soft-sided cooler is going to be like great for if you just want to bring a couple things instead of hauling a giant cooler around. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any tips or tricks on keeping food cold, or if you have any coolers that you really recommend, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next time. So you want to bring like a little small soft side cooler just to keep things. Are we getting this? I think there's a coyote pack over here. I think there's a coyote fight happening right now. Okay. Okay. That was weird.